Ah,
Hello, everyone.
Hey, we're back.
ah. Look at it.
I'm
So-
letting mine charge.
So, hello everybody.
Hello.
We're here and now with our promised PS5 podcast. It's just us
Can
because
you believe we're here?
I cannot actually. I'm a little
So
creeped
awesome.
out. How do we start this? There's so much
So,
to unpack.
what do you think about the UI? Let's
Okay.
start there.
I love it. It's a good it does what the Xbox kind of did in the sense well the Xbox didn't have themes, but whatever the last game you played was the theme. They could use the load up image. So it kind of does that, but in mix with what the PS4 does with like when you select an icon it plays music and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good mixture between the two. Of course I still want themes to come later.
Yeah.
But for right now, oh, and I love the ambient music.
Yeah.
It
Very
tickles my
PS2-y.
yeah, it tickles my PS2 one hard.
And the quickness of it.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to. I'm still getting used to it. Like I keep clicking
Yeah.
R1 to like think I'm gonna like dash to the side,
Yeah.
but it goes to media, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
What about the fact that when you go to the PlayStation Store
Built
is a
in.
little on this version.
Yeah. It's a little confusing.
I like how it's built in because it doesn't cause my system to like shit the bed.
It's fast.
But at the same time, there's it's very bare bones. There's no I couldn't go find the Black Friday sale. I had to exit in and out until it was featured.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling it's just because they want to focus on PS5 stuff, but they're not showing any of the PS4 sales when they should be because they're trying to integrate both stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, it's very clean.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly like the mobile store, which I guess is what they were trying to. They're trying
And
to
the
make
mobile store is amazing.
Yeah, I guess the idea is they're trying to make
new
like
app.
a unified kind of structure.
Uniform.
Yeah. The library though, the actual like your game library is very easy to go through because you could segment it by PS4 game, PS5 game.
And then you just have the speed of it all.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
It hasn't shit the bed yet.
Well, it shit the bed, but not because of the SSD.
Not because. Okay, so do we want to go into that? Let's just.
Not yet. Let's talk about the games first.
Okay, so I guess the one we should start with is the one that it comes with.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Astro's Playroom.
Which, as of this recording, I have platinumed yesterday, and
Working on that platinum.
I think. I don't want to say it's the best pack-in game, because like Wii Sports is really good.
Yeah.
But
Super Mario Bros.
The Mario Bros. But like
Sonic 2?
Sonic 2 came later though. Sonic 2 wasn't that
It's
long.
still a pack-in game.
I don't count Sonic 2 because that was like that came much later.
Still a pack-in game.
This is but Astro is like this could stand on its own, I think. As like a good $15 download. If they offered that, I wouldn't terribly mind it. Because it's just a really good platformer.
Yeah, but offer that for who?
Just on the
Since
story.
it's all about the DualSense.
That is true. Which is probably why they packed it in.
Mm-hmm.
But I showed my dad that demo of when you boot up Astro, and he was like, "What is this?" Like, oh, I get it. I feel it. I feel it.
Plums.
Incredible. Shakes me to my core. I love all the PlayStation references inside of it.
Yeah.
There's so many obscure ones too. Like I didn't expect.
You found a DMC one, didn't you?
I found a DMC one. I found a jumping jack one, or jumping flash.
FF7
Sorry.
one?
There's an FF7 one. You see a little Astrobot swinging around the Buster Sword. I saw a Pyramid Head bot dragging around
Yeah.
games. I saw Alucard. There's so many.
Mhm.
And all the trophies too, where there's like a trophy called Dude Raider and The Last Guy. I was like, oh.
And then we have Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what did we all get, like, is that the first game we all kind of...
Yes, that's the first
Yeah.
game I really tried. I did a little bit of Astro, but then I went straight to
Yeah.
Miles.
So the first thing I actually want to bring up about Miles is that I know the PS Pro did this, but now that I guess this is going to be more consistent thing. It's like games are going to have like graphic options now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know DMC is probably the better example, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But it's cool, just like the fidelity and the performance option. Which one did you guys do?
Fidelity for the story mode.
Yeah, same. But then for any side content, I did performance. And honestly, I think because the story takes advantage of ray tracing a lot.
Mhm.
However, I feel like the open world itself works better with a 60 FPS
Yeah.
and just flying through the city
Web
at
slinging.
high top
60
speeds.
FPS.
And then
Yeah.
the remaster, which we'll get into later,
Right.
absolute madness.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about the remaster, actually. But for Miles, so yeah, I did the whole thing in Fidelity also. You just need it just for the Tinkerer's suits are old neon.
Yeah.
Just like, I need that neon, goodness. Ray tracing.
And then if you notice, like, there's a boss fight, and there are mirrors in the boss fight, and
Yeah.
it's just like, you could see the entire fight in the mirrors.
The first thing I did was I just web swinged on a building, and I just looked at Miles' reflection through a window. And
Yeah.
it's like, whoa! That's
Or in the
Miles.
puddles, like anywhere.
Mhm. The
Oh,
puddles.
The
puddles.
puddles. When you go to pick up the cat,
Yeah. Spider-Man the cat.
Spider-Man.
Right?
Spider-Man.
like,
What'd you think of the story for that game, though? Since it was a pretty heavy story game.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could all read my review on digitaldevils.com.
There's a review up there, so we don't really need to.
I thought it was fine. It was much... I wouldn't call it disappointing by any means. I definitely feel like they didn't know what they wanted to focus on, and they knew that they didn't have as much time as the 2018 game. So because of that, they kind of just jumbled around, and it feels mismanaged, I guess, is a word.
Mm-hmm. And then, so what about as a showcase for what the PS5 can do? Ray tracing, 4K, all that.
So I'm gonna steal what you said, in the sense that fidelity mode is not a showcase, but no, fidelity mode is a showcase. Sorry, performance mode is not a showcase. Fidelity mode is. Although, actually, performance mode, just the fact that I don't know if it's native 4K, but it's 4K. It is native.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
But ray tracing takes up a lot of RAM, I guess.
And it's ray tracing and it is like some other volumetric shaders and stuff like that. So basically, it's just like, I think fidelity mode is just how do we use at least 98% of the VRAM.
But like, the thing about ray tracing is when you're swinging through the world, you're not going to notice it unless you go down to the streets themselves, or if you're fighting.
I did notice that there's one point in the story where the snow gets pretty bad. And it does make a difference, just the way the snow looks and the way the wind howl looks, because it looks much more dense when you're on fidelity mode. Because I think it's just outputting so much more. That was pretty cool.
But yeah, it was a pretty good experience. And then you have the remaster that comes with the Ultimate Edition.
So
of the original game.
I think the reason I love remaster, because for me personally, that and DMC are the best showcases of the SSD for me, because these are games that I've played already, right?
And they
So
take a while to load.
Yeah, and the fact that Spider-Man, it doesn't even have those loading images that you had in the PS4 version. It just goes. You're like, whoa, shit. Did you guys get to try out Remaster?
I don't have Remaster.
Yeah. I did the first 20 minutes, and then I went back to DMC and Miles and Demon's Souls. And I thought performance mode is the only way to go, because the graphics have already been enhanced in Miles' engine. And then you have, like, I don't feel like the ray tracing in the remaster is as big a deal, because that game wasn't meant to take advantage of it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
And seeing it in 60 FPS is...
Yeah, swinging in 60 FPS is something else.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I mean, I think we're already... A lot of people... It just... The two of you out there who haven't played Spider-Man 2018, first off, what are you doing with your lives? Go play it. Second off, I think the final boss was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in a video game.
Oh
at 60 or with RTX?
I did it at 60 in performance mode, and it is still the most insane thing I've seen. And I was like, whoa, shit.
And then, Bugsnax, the big one.
I haven't tried it yet. I booted up the menu, and I was just like, go back to Demon's Souls.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. Jack, why don't you...
I play like 2 hours, and it's very repetitive, and I don't know.
I don't have that much longer of Demon's Souls, so I'm thinking I'm going to finish that first.
Yeah. Oh, Demon's Souls.
And speaking
Demon's Souls is giving
of
me a hard time.
I think Demon's Souls is the biggest showcase of what the PS5 can really do.
Yeah.
Ray tracing or no ray tracing, it is something else.
Kind of, I wonder why cinematic mode doesn't have ray tracing. Is the game just that?
But I've noted, like, the differences between cinematic mode and performance mode are pretty noticeable.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's worth the hit in performance, especially for a Souls game.
Yeah. And oh my god. I still have PTSD. And I won't be able to cleanse myself until it's done. But
yeah, the layout is. I mean, we're not going to give a review of it here, but
well, you're doing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely have some opinions on it. But in terms of graphics and loading times, it is superb.
Yeah.
And it looks like a next-gen game. And while Spidey has the assets of a next-gen game, I don't think that it looks next-gen, if you know what I mean.
Do you think that's because it was also developed on PS4?
Yes, I think that PS4 hit it bad.
Yeah.
And caused it to, like, we can't go all out yet.
Right.
And I've heard stories about on a launch PS4, Miles makes the thing not only a jet engine, but prepare to take off for liftoff.
We have to ask Glitch about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me about Demon's Souls, because if you look back at Killzone, let's say, yeah, it looked like an early PS4 game. I wouldn't say it looked like at the time, it didn't look like.
Well, I thought it looked next gen. I thought Killzone was the only next gen looking game.
I don't know, Knack's pretty good.
That and Infamous. Yeah.
Infamous,
yeah.
Best early PS4 graphics game.
Yeah.
But hey, Ratchet and Clank it's
give it to me.
Coming.
Give it to me.
When it does, it's gonna hit hard.
That's all I want. That's all I want. But to have
however.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, to have such a next gen game so early on It's like, if this is early PS5, what is late PS5 gonna be?
Oh my god.
Ever hear of Uncharted 5?
It's gonna happen. You're gonna see.
Just to showcase the power.
You're gonna see the individual grains of sand.
Oh, I'm sorry. God of War 3.
Oh my god, yes.
God of War 3
not
is
even
gonna
Ragnarok.
push this thing to the max.
They tried so hard to make it quiet. And now...
Yeah, so it is quiet, but
the
disk drive is not.
The disk drive is loud.
Drive is quite...
But I find it's loud, and then it starts to like get a little bit
loud
silent.
for like 2 seconds, and that's not really a processing thing.
Yeah.
Like when you put a PS4 game on, and it's like COD and system shits to bed.
I actually have a question for you guys about discs, because I was rummaging through my storage recently. You know how PS4 games, when you put in the disc, it basically copied the application. So like if a game was 50 gigabytes, there'd be 50 gigabytes on your PS4.
Yeah.
I don't know if the PS5 does that, because for me, when I check in storage, it only says Demon's Souls 33 gigs.
Really?
You know what? Let me check right now.
Yeah.
Let me get my controller, and we'll test this out live.
Turn on.
Yeah, I could do it from here.
There we go.
You're gonna witness a Let's Play without actually looking at the TV. I just realized
Here.
my TV's actually off, so that's great.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so we could actually, Jack, it's great that you're using your phone. You could like perfectly show off everything.
So storage.
Go to storage. That's loud. I don't think
Demon's Souls 51.
51.
Because on the back it says.
Okay, so Spidey is actually 53.
Yeah, that's.
Miles is only 40. I only have 33 gigabytes for Demon's Souls.
Yeah.
What?
And you know what? I am not complaining.
I'm not complaining either. I'm just like, and I swear some PS4 games are, because I have Tony Hawk installed on the SSD, and I swear that was 35 on PS4, but it's 28 here.
And I actually still have plenty of space, even though I'm not using the extended storage right now.
Yeah, I have 200 gigs
I have 360 gigabytes.
But do you want to talk about the elephant in the room? As a new console, there are issues.
Thankfully, I mean, the issue fucking sucks, but it's no red ring.
Yeah. It scared the crap out of me. It just happened this morning for me.
Fucking, I love telling this story because it scared the
you explain first.
I was playing Demon's Souls, and I was entering, I don't even know what area I was in, and then the PS4 just turns off. Like, cuts
PS4?
power. PS5. I'm still getting used to that. PS5 cuts power, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's not turning on either. Like, if I try to click, so I have to, like, give it a sec, clicks the button, my TV gets all staticky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm like, no, this is not happening.
Yeah.
And then everything's fine. It repairs itself and blah, 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 blah. Turns out, I looked it up on Reddit, and this has sort of happened to me before with Spider-Man, not in the same way. But yeah, the extended I don't know what causes
Spider-Man actually is the only trouble.
Yeah, apparently if you put Spider-Man in rest mode while having an extended hard drive, it'll freak out.
Yeah, but go on.
Yeah, so I don't know what I know it's a software issue. At least I can't imagine it being a hardware issue. But
probably not.
I don't. Yeah, the extended hard drive. Josh, you want to explain what happened to you?
So I was just booting up Demon's Souls, because I had like an extra half an hour before this meeting, and I was like, okay, let's just try it out. And my PS5 was like, I got into the game. I have an extended storage for the PS4 games, and then my PS5 went white. The screen went white for a second, and the PS5 completely shut off. I had to repair everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we're fine. Gave it a second. We're fine. I'm going to try DMC now. And then the same thing happened.
Was anything downloading?
Maybe.
Right.
But I wasn't paying attention to that. In any case, after you told me to unplug the hard drive, which I did, I haven't had issues for... I used it again for 10 minutes before the meeting, and it looks fine.
Yeah.
You haven't had problems since, right?
No, I've had nothing of the sort, which is...
So I'm just hoping it remains that way, because I can live with the amount of storage, no problem. That's not really the problem.
Yeah, I really thought 650 gigs was going to be like nothing, and turns out I'm pretty comfortable right now.
I have like
especially since I have so many games on disc, it's actually not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I love this UI so much.
Yeah.
The way it looks. Yeah, but that's the only like issue. I've encountered crashes in Miles before I plugged in the extender hard drive. Spider-Man had a weird one also where I couldn't access the command menu. Actually, I had the extended hard drive in for that. I couldn't access the command menu or anything, but Spider-Man would just keep walking forward into a wall. And I was able to, like, we were on party. Like, I was able to talk to you guys and everything. Like, what is happening?
And what about, what was the other one?
In Miles, the game just froze completely. Like, hard froze. I couldn't do anything. When I powered it off, it went like dee 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 dee, and I had to repair. And that's even with me manually powering it off.
And that's without the hard drive, or what?
That was my first day.
Oof. So that was a full-on crash.
That was a crash. And
I had a crash, but not like that.
Yeah. And there was a system software update like a few days ago.
Yeah, but I assume we're gonna get like one every week now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Little thing I like is that the system software installs without me having to like manually install it.
And you know, it's crazy. This gets updates.
Yeah, this gets up. Yeah. So, okay, can we talk about this now?
Yes.
This thing is huge. I love it, but it's huge. And I'm trying to do, for PS5 games, I'm used to it. For doing tricks in Tony Hawk, it's fucking me up, but I love it. I gotta be honest, when I first heard the idea of haptic feedback and stuff like that, I was like, this seems kind of gimmicky. It seems kind of like adaptive triggers is gonna annoy the shit out of me. As soon as you try that Astro demo, that's it. You're convinced.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel?
I think it's just next level. it really is. I mean, this controller is
such a marketing line.
I've never. I mean, there are key phrases like vibration and stuff like that all the time, and I'm like, okay, sure. That's just so you could sell the game.
Let's make a comparison.
But it really is like
DualShock 4.
They're both
DualSense. I find the DualShock feels very cheap once I go back to it, honestly.
This feels very premium. It definitely feels I'm turning off my PS5 now because I'm going to get distracted. This feels very premium. The triggers feel really nice. I don't know how I'm getting it so dirty. Probably just because of my setup. But I will say the fact that you could use, I haven't tried it for myself yet, but you can still use the Dual Shock on PS4 games on your PS5.
Yeah.
How much backwards compatibility have you guys tried?
A lot, actually.
I've only tried Bloodborne.
The loading boost is like I tried like Sonic Mania, and I was like, this is not a good example for a loading screen test. So I went on to P5R because that's just a game I have to have installed. And the loading screens that say "take your time" do not take their time. It is shockingly fast, and it's beautiful. Jack, that me. Oh, I've been so nervous in my life.
What?
It's okay. It's on a stand.
Watching Jack's cat right next to the PS5. All right, so is that it?
Yeah.
These are our early reactions. Hopefully next time we'll do updates.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, from all of us here at Digital Devils, have a great night. Thank you for watching.